don't like situations like this where I have a barrier on my left and a lot of cars on my right that are merging. Whew, not fun. Even though I've never had an issue at all whatsoever with anybody merging into me, you know, it's just one of those things I don't want to put myself into. You know, control the situation around you, and you get into something like that and you just might not be able to control it because you don't have any way out. I mean, if cars are stopping in front of you and someone merges to the left of you or left into you, I mean, you hit your brakes, I guess. Pray that you get woed up in time. So man, I just got off work and my brain is shot, so we're gonna try to do one of these things. I don't even know how I'm gonna go home yet. Right now I'm on 33. It is the 20th of May. It was 88 degrees yesterday and it is 68 today. The Spyder is telling me optimistically it's 75 degrees, and I know that's not right because I just looked at my phone as I was walking out the door. You know, and I put down a lot of miles on this highway. I've worked in Columbus pretty much my whole career except for 2. So, you know, 23, 4 years I've been riding or driving up and down 33, and you know, for the most part it's been a good experience. Now once I get below Lancaster, it doesn't seem like a highway. The traffic is a lot less, and it's very enjoyable to ride. Making sure I was recording there. And as you can see, it's a gorgeous day. It is on the slightly cool side, and I'm wearing some slacks today, so I put on some frog togs just to keep some of the dust and dirt off of me when I'm heading home, but also a little bit more warmth. But I'm getting plenty off this motor, so I'm actually overdressed for the temperature. But I'd rather be a little bit warm than just on the cool side. I can always stop and take a layer off. And I have a video coming up. By the time you see this, the video will be over with, but I'm gonna try to do some paint correction. So when you have a black car, and even if you wash it and wax it, you can still get swirls in it, micro scratches. And I think I got the last thing today, so hopefully I'll be able to get on that video. It's just difficult right now to not only be creative but get these videos out, just because there's so much at work that's changing, and I've changed teams twice in the last month and a half. So bear with me, and I'll get some of these how-to videos out, because that's what we want to know. We want to know how to work on these things. We want to know how to maintain them, how to keep them running as long as possible, because they are not cheap. You know, and fortunately, I was able to move from an RS, which I absolutely loved. You know, if I was just to blast around, I would love to have an RS. But with the amount of miles that I put on these things, it just didn't, the seating position just did not suit me very well. And then I went from the RS to the STS. It didn't have the bags on it, so it wasn't the limited. It was just an STS. It had the adjustable windscreen, it had the factory radio, upgraded seat from the base model ST, it had cruise control, it was the SC5, and you know, that would be their sport touring model. And everything about the STS I like. The issues I had with the STS and why we eventually got rid of it was that poor thing was always in the shop. But you know, I liked that it was feet straight down on a peg, not on a peg, on a board. The adjustable windscreen was amazing. I love being able to open the visor and just not get blasted in the face. With this shield on the F3, it smacks me right in the visor. You know, I think I'm gonna get over. I just don't know which way to go home yet. You know, the STS it's small and it's light and it's nimble. It still handles really good. You know, it's not as big and as heavy as a big RT is. But, you know, the big RT is designed for long, comfortable cruising, or touring, I should say. You know, in the STS, it had everything you needed. I noticed, I bought it just up the road, and, you know, of course, they're not going to put gas in it when they sell it to you, so pretty much instantly the gas light came on, so I had to stop. I don't even think, maybe I was 5-7 miles away from the dealership, and it hurt my upper back. And I've heard other people complain about this, and I don't know if it was the feet position on the pegs, or the seat, how you sit on it, then how you put your feet on the pegs or the floorboards, excuse me, but it hurt my upper back quickly, and I heard the fix was just replacing the seat. Oh, I hate these tracks. These tracks suck. Boom, 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 boom. But that's pretty cool. I would love to get some pictures. I should come up and get some pictures one day. But this is the little town of Canal, Winchester, the old part of Canal. And this is usually how I come home, but I never film Canal. And it's just a gorgeous little town. Columbus has started to swallow it up. So the new part of Canal is basically like Columbus. But the old part is still pretty cool. You know, so like I said, the STS, I think the fix on the upper back was just a different seat. So you sat on it differently. You know, it did have the V-twin motor in it. You know, so some of the flaws of that motor, I think there was only one. And it just consumed oil. You know, when they say you need to check it every 500 miles, especially if you were spirited or a little harder on it, you needed to check it, because it would consume oil. But it was a great high revving, really fun, you know, especially once you got it 6, 7, 8,000 RPM. The one thing, yeah, I guess that was it. You know, that's the one thing I did not like about that. It was the oil consumption. And then the difference between, and, you know, forgive me if someone could correct me, I would love that. So when I had the RS, I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. That thing would rev to 10 grand. No problem. And it was the last of the series. It was a 2012. So it was the last of the first generation frame and motor. So I don't know if I was told or if I read. I saw it somewhere that in 13 they dropped that first gen motor and they just went with the second gen motor, which was what they started with the RT. And it had a little bit more torque to it and a little bit less horsepower. So, you know, on the big RT, you need more torque, get that big bad boy going. That's a big bird. I didn't know if it was going to fly away or not. So my 14 STS, it didn't rev like my RS did. About 8,000, 8,500. You could just tell it was, you know, running out of air. But I loved it. You know, I really did. It was a pearl white. It was gorgeous. You know, like I said, it was never right, and I knew when I got it back from the shop it would never be right, so I just never took delivery on it. And I and I ended up with the F3. And I'll tell you what, when these F3s first came out, I was not a fan. I did not like the looks of them. I didn't like them. You know, it was strictly the looks. I didn't like the looks of the F3. But, you know, over time, I started looking at them, and they're a beautiful, very aggressive looking motorcycle, Spyder, whatever you want to call it. And I think the one drawback that I have on my F3 is, you know, the windscreen. And it's a fairly easy fix. It's call F4 custom screens, and you get a 28-inch or a 30-inch screen, and you're done. You know, it's just a thing that takes care of everything or most things on a Can-Am Spyder, and that's money. I think with that, and I really would enjoy this Spyder, and I do really enjoy my Spyder. It handles probably the best out of any of my Spyders, and it's got plenty of punch. So give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Drop a comment below. F3, RT, STS, which one do you like? Yeah, away, squirreler. We might as well throw the RS and the little Riker in there. Wasn't that old Ford? Boop, boop. Whew, this road has seen better days for sure. Alright, we're done. I'm listening to some music. Stay safe, everybody. Give me that thumbs up. I'll see everyone in a couple days.